The trader and the master, the path of flow. Kai stood before Janice, the mountain air crisp and clean. His journey of self-discovery was over, but his path as a trader was just beginning. "The lessons are within you now, Kai," Janice said, his eyes like calm pools. "But the mountain is not the market. The real test begins when you descend." He handed Kai a single smooth riverstone. "Remember the nature of water." Back in the city, the market was a raging sea. Numbers flashed red, voices shouted in panic, and the air crackled with fear. Other traders ran for shore, selling everything. Kai felt the old fear rise, the chasm from the rope bridge opening in his gut. He clutched the stone in his pocket, its coolness a steady anchor in the storm. He remembered Janice's words, "Look only at the next step." Instead of selling in a panic, he reviewed his plan, the rules he had set for himself, his shield. The storm was violent, but his rules told him exactly where the safe harbor was. He made one calm, deliberate trade, not to gain, but to protect. The fear subsided, replaced by the quiet confidence of his discipline. The storm passed, and the market bloomed. Now, a new danger emerged. A maze of whispers. "This is the next big thing," one trader crowed. "You have to get in now," urged another. Greed, dressed in the clothes of opportunity, called to him from every corner. It was the song of the waterfall, promising the entire river in a single scoop. Kai felt the pull, the desire for a shortcut. He saw others celebrating huge, risky wins. He remembered the yellowing leaves of the bonsai tree he had almost killed through his impatience. His plan was his compass. It didn't point to the fastest treasure, but it always pointed true north. He ignored the whispers and stayed his course. He met another trader, Lena, who seemed serene amidst the chaos. Her desk was not cluttered with screens, but held a single, thriving plant. "I tend my garden," she said to Kai. "I plant good seeds, water them, and give them sun. I do not shout at them to grow faster." "The market is a river," Lena continued. "You cannot stop it. You cannot command it. You can only learn its currents and flow with it." She pointed to her screen, where the price chart moved not in jagged lines, but like a flowing current. "You do not fight the river. You become the boat." Kai finally understood. The lessons were not just defenses. They were tools for navigation. Fear was the current trying to pull him onto the rocks. Greed was the siren song from a treacherous shore. His discipline was his rudder, and his detachment was the sturdy hull of his boat. He wasn't fighting the market anymore. He was part of its flow. Years later, Kai climbed the mountain path again. He found Janice not by the dojo, but sitting by a stream, letting the water flow over his hands. Kai sat beside him, the silence comfortable. He placed his river stone next to the master's hand in the water. No words were needed. "The water taught you well," Janice said finally. Kai looked at his reflection in the stream. He saw not a trader who had conquered the market, but a man who had found his own current, his own peaceful flow within the great unpredictable river of life. The journey was not to a destination. The journey itself was the mastery.